Hello YouTube and welcome back to Friday Minis. Now, have you actually ever heard of people talking about IP addresses and the fact that they are going to run out? Have you wondered to yourself whether or not this is true? Are we actually going to have a shortage of IP addresses in the future? Well, today, let's clear some of these doubts up. First of all, are IP addresses running out? The answer is yes and no. Now first, let's take a look at the yes part. An IP address is essentially 4 numbers separated by dots, and each number ranges from 0 to 255. Now, for those of you who have been following my videos, you should have no problem recognizing this as 4 bytes. Each byte is basically 8 bits, and these combine to make a grand total of 256 different combinations. So, using all the different combinations you can get out of this total of 4 bytes, you can actually get about 4.2 billion different combinations of numbers. This might sound like a lot, but in reality it's a little bit less, seeing as that certain ranges are reserved. At any rate, this is a finite number, and it's true that, with more and more devices being connected to the internet, it's harder and harder to assign people to an IP address using this method. So we move on to the no part of the answer. You see, this format of IP addresses we are using is called IP version 4, often abbreviated as IPv4. A new standard has come out to actually replace IPv4 and also address this problem at the same time. This new format is called IPv6 and actually uses a 128-bit number instead of the 32-bit number, which comes about from 4 bytes. So there will not be disaster in the sense that IPv6 will kick in and solve this problem eventually. Unfortunately, IPv6 and IPv4 are not compatible, so that might complicate things. But normally, that is not something you have to worry about a whole lot. Of course, IPv4 also has things that will try to solve this problem, albeit nowhere as well. One example of this is, let's say your ISP can give you a dynamic IP address. What that means is, instead of giving your computer a fixed static IP address, you will get a new IP address from time to time. Probably you might get assigned a different one every time you log on. So that's one way to actually not count the devices that are not connected to the internet at that particular moment. Though, like I said, that still isn't the perfect solution. So are IP addresses running out? Well, IPv4 addresses yes, IPv6 addresses not so soon. That's all there is for this episode of Friday Minis. As always, don't forget to like, comment, favorite, subscribe, and follow me on Twitter. You're watching 0612 TV.